everybody, we're up at the cabin in the woods, and he's got his gear on to get out and work on feeders and such, and I got a bunch of work to do inside.
But we wanted to talk to you today about our water system. When we first bought this cabin, it was a 20 by 20 dry cabin. We had to carry water. The people who had it before us used it as a primitive hunting camp, and it was dry for them. They carried water. We moved from that, if you remember, to a system where we caught water off of the roof, and we had a rain catchment system. We incorporated an RV pump, and we had showers and some running water to wash our hands and things.
On the deck, on the front.
Yes, on the deck. And so if you look at our cabin montage video that's coming out in a week or so, you'll see that we had a shower tent. But we wanted to talk to you today about our water room and our water system and show you how all of that works. So come and go with us. That little thing right there is our well house cover. Our well is under that, the well head, and it has a seal on it to keep it sanitary, and there is a water supply line coming out of that going inside the room here in our water room.
These two tanks are the tanks that we used to catch rainwater in, and we will go back to that for any kind of plants that we need to plant here. That's another project down the road, but we maintain our water catchment tanks and have put them back here for storage for the time being.
So we have 660 gallon capacity with those. Here we are at the door of the water room. We keep it clipped like this so that it won't open. And inside here, I have a prop. I'll prop it open with.
I broke his wood prop, so he's going to have to rework that.
Here's the light. You do have to step over our vent to the dryer, but come on in and let me show you what we have here. We have three filters here. The water, I don't know if you can see it there or not, but the water comes up out of the
a little bit dark back there.
That line right there coming through the wall, the water comes in, comes up and into the tank here. And you say, well, how does it get there? There is a well pump down there, a 12-volt well pump down in the well. And this is a test spigot here where we can test it, and you can turn it off and on here, and there's a pre-filter. And this is our water system, or our water tank, excuse me. Let me turn this on for you and see if you can see in there. There's the water, and it's 1,550 gallons worth of water in this big black poly tank. And here on the wall we have our supply out here of power, but that is our electrical pump right there that powers the house. It's 110, and it comes out of the bottom of this tank, goes over and goes into the pump, and then comes up and comes into this expansion tank. Then it runs on over, comes through, and comes up into our filter system. And Teresa, as you remember, you insisted that I really filter it well. And we have, besides having a pre-filter to go into the tank, there's a screen mesh filter down there that comes out whenever it comes out of the tank and goes into that pump, that blue pump, comes over here, and first thing it does is it goes into a sediment filter. And we change that about twice a year. And then those two right there, those two solid white ones, are charcoal filters. And so we run it through activated charcoal before it goes into the house right down there. And so
we also treat it with chlorine.
We do. And you see that here. There's my bucket of chlorine tabs. And we don't put a full chlorine tab in there, but we do treat it. And as you can see, the water level is not quite at the top. And so what I do is, when we get here, I have a 12 volt toggle switch right there. And that activates that pump down in the well. And that water's coming through here, going in right here. I don't know if I can let you see it or not. Coming out right there. There you go. And in no time it'll fill this well, this cistern tank back up. Now, as I said, we treat it and we check the water to make that we have between 1 and 4 parts per million of chlorine to kill any kind of viruses, bugs, or whatever. But once a year we also send the water to the state health department and have it checked, and that's pure right out of the well. And we turn it off here and we run it for a little while and then make sure it's good and clean, and we take a specimen right here and we send it to them, and we have clean water. But however, we just make sure that we filter it well so that it doesn't present a problem for us. Now, turn around here. You see our battery bank there? Those 2 solar panels that we have outside feed this battery bank, and they come into this charge controller right here, and then they go out through the soffit and outside to those solar panels. And these 4 batteries here are 4 big Group 31 deep cycle batteries, and they run our entire water system here that fills this tank. And so if we don't have electricity, no problem, we can have water and we can fill our 1,500 gallon tank from our well. And then if we don't have electricity, see that RV pump there on the wall right here? We can switch a couple of pipes there real quick, and then we are running the house off of a 12 volt RV pump, and we still have pressure and we still have water, and there's no problem. So there's our fresh water system we wanted to share with you and let you guys know what we're doing up here at Dogwood Trace at our what we call our cabin. And by the way, we bought a propane hot water heater also for the house, so that, and it's a battery started hot water heater, so that even if we don't have electricity, we can still have hot showers, wash our hands in hot water, and
It may be on by candlelight, but we have it.
right, flush.
I have water.
We may have to flush the commode, but we can flush the commode, we can wash our hands, we can take a hot shower, we can run the water by that 12 volt system right there in the event that we run out of electricity. So we're trying to do these things smart. We're not trying to be preppers, but we're prepping. We're not trying to be off-grid, but we are prepared to be off-grid in the event that we need to be. We were able to build this system the way we wanted it, and so when we did, we put it on dual power. We put it on AC and on 12 volt. And so that 12 volt system right there has served us well.
Yes. And, as he said, we're not really trying to be preppers, but as we age and retire, then we have to think about income. And so solar doesn't cost us anything to maintain our batteries.
And it doesn't cost us anything to keep our water system running, provided, pulled out of the well,
yes,
available to the house. Now we do pump it into the house with that 110 system, but we could
if we had to
switch over to that 12 volt RV system.
We want to be able to come up here and enjoy the place and not worry about having a lot of utility bills.
That's why we're doing it. We want it for function, and we want it to save money.
Yes.
All right, I'd say we could wrap this video up, Teresa.
Thank you for coming along with us and seeing our water system here at the cabin. If you like our videos about two people in their retirement years making a really good go of it using modern technology, but getting back to basics as well, returning to the basic ways, then hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to be notified of any upcoming videos.
And we have a great video coming out about cabin montage here.
Yes.
And
the different phases it went through.
in 4 or 5 days. And so be sure and hit that. Thanks, everybody. Be blessed. God bless you.
God
have
bless.
a super day.